So this is the special target. So right now I'm zero for the 75 grain front tip boat tail hollow point. What I want to see is where I hit with 55 grain, where I hit with 62 grain, and where I hit with some 223 boat tail hollow point match. Because I'm zero for 75 grain, so what I want to do is I want to see where I hit with 55, 62, and the 223 boat tail hollow point. But let's get back down here, call clear. Alright, so we back at the table. Like I stated, what I want to do is I'm zero. My optic is zero for the 75 grain boat tail hollow point match. So what I want to see is at 50 yards where I hit with 62 grain green tip, where I hit with some, what's this is, 55 grain full metal jacket, and also some 223 boat tail hollow point match. Since I'm zero for 75 grain, I want to see where these different ammunitions hit at 50 yards. So let's set up and see what happens. First up, full metal jacket. Next up, 62 grain green tip, MA55. Next up, 223 boat tail hollow point. And we are done. In the T-zone, I did 55 grain. High center mass, I did 62 grain. All the way at the bottom of the target, I did 223 boat tail hollow point. We'll go down there and see where each ammunition hits with my optic being zero for 75 grain. We'll go down there and see what it look like. Okay, so we are going down here to see where each grain of ammunition hits with my optic being zeroed for 75 grain. And the reason why this is important is because I'm only buying like 10 pull mags worth of the 75 grain. Then my main bulk ammo is going to be 5.56, 55 grain was going to be the green tip. And I'm telling you, at 50 yards, it is little to no difference. This is what I did with the 55 grain right here, with the optic zero for 75 grain. This is what I did with the green tip. Look at that green tip. That green tip is just a tad little touch lower than what it's supposed to be. Not only that, look what the 223 boat tail hollow point did. That shit dead on top of each other. So that what that's telling me is that if my optic is 0 for 75 grain, that at 50 yards, there is little to no difference, regardless if I'm shooting 55 grain, 62 grain, or just 223. So with that being said, we're going to hang this target, take this target down, and I'm actually going to go to the 200 yards, and I'm going to do a little dry fire right now. But I just wanted to show you that if your optic is 0 for 1 grain of ammo, depending on your rifle, you may not experience too much of a difference with different grains of ammo. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and end this video. We're going to get some dry fire, and we're going to stretch on out to 200. Alright, so a continuation to the video I just did. So this is my 75 grain. That's what I'm doing with the 75 grain. At 50 yards, this is where 55 grain hits. This is where 62 grain hits. And this is where the 223 boat tail hollow point match hits. So what that tells me is that if my optic is 0 for 75 grain, at 50 yards, there's little to no difference, regardless of which ammunition I choose to stock up on. You see understand what I'm saying? I don't think a lot of people take that into consideration. You only can 0 your optic for 1 grain of ammo, so you might want to go check and see where other grains of ammo hit, just in case if you can't get no more of that ammo that your optic is 0 for. So if 75 grain runs out tomorrow and I can't never get no 75 grain, I know that with 55 grain, I'm still going to shoot a nice little decent grouping. 62 grain, a damn good grouping. And the 223 boat tail hollow point, a damn good grouping. So that's something to consider right there. That's something for the preppers right there, man. I finna start doing some dry fire. We got to stretch it on out to 200. Y'all be blessed, be safe. I'm out.